Hey, how you doing? This is hello fellow colleagues, Savannah State students that we passing on this information to. My name is Stephon Carter, and we, as my group, we are presenting our clients and server network. My partners in this project is Jalil. Introduce yourself. What's up, man? And we got a cameraman, Chris Russell. He's a good part of our group. He's recording us doing our project right now. We're going to get right into it about how to the steps on how we do it. All right. You can find this in the procedure of our actual project, making it easy on just going through it a lot more easier. You see the procedure on our actual presentation, which we're going to hand it to Dr. Assad himself. He may be a teacher right now. First step is to actually install the server network, Windows Server 2008, on whatever computer we want to make the server. We made this computer over here our server, and this computer right here our client. So we had to install Windows XP on our client to make it work for an actual client in the server also. Next, what we want to do is install both drivers, install both CDs, and next we have to get updates on the computer so we can actually update it and use files up to date for Windows XP and Client Server 2008. A problem we faced was getting on the internet so we can download these updates. So we had to use a laptop or any other computer so we can actually download them, because as of right now, everything is rebooted, everything is resetted, so nothing is connected to the internet. No IP servers are connected just yet. So we're just getting started. What we had to do is download it from Dell.com and download these drivers onto the computer so we can actually get started on the internet. Next, we download them, install them using a jump drive. So you go to Dell website, install them on the computer. All you have to do is come a little bit closer. Network. We did it on that computer, right? We did it on that computer. Follow us over here. Administrative tools. Network. I have to start this all over. Get to that. Once we install the driver, all we have to do is basically check for updates after that. It's going to say about 102 updates. Check for updates when we connect to the internet after we first installed it, and let it update. It takes about 5 hours. Let it update, do its thing like that. It's eventually going to show that there's no more updates. We just started the computer, so it's saying check for updates again. It's going to show that. Next step. Install the drivers. Right-click program for the properties. Check compatibility. This is if you have an error of installing anything. All you have to do is right-click it. Right-click the program to the properties, check compatibility, and make sure it's compatible with Windows 2008. So when you unzip the file, it's going to be a zip folder. Unzip it, right-click for the properties, go to System, Advanced Settings, go to Tab, Hardware tab, and Device Manager. Click Ethernet under Other Devices, right-click manually and find the driver in the unzip folder for internet drivers. This is just so you unzip the folder inside the right file so it can read. So when it's looking for the driver, it's looking for it in the specific driver file. And that's what we explained inside the project. Next, you can update the drivers. All you have to do after that main part of installing the driver is update it because it's connected to the internet. Update it. It's gonna take, like I said, 5 hours. Then restart the computer again. Log back in because when you first start the install, you have to make a username and password because it's a completely new system. It's no longer controlled by the school system, the Savannah State wireless school system, because it's disconnected, and that's why we're reconnecting with our client and server. We also faced a problem with Internet Explorer. For some reason, it wouldn't let us go to the router. Because when we installed the router to get the server, the router server, to connect the two computers, gave us an error. So we basically just tried Firefox, through trial and error, thought of Firefox, and Firefox actually worked for the procedure that we were trying to do. So I recommend Firefox for any errors regarding looking for the client server on the internet. Type in that IP address which your router has underneath it. Continue through the router setup. When it comes up, just continue with it until it's finished. While you're going through that setup, make sure you uncheck DHCP server after you type in your IP address inside the web browser, and you have the setup of the actual router. It looks like a website, but it's actually it's like a server for that router. So you're going through the settings to set it up, uncheck DHCP server. So what was the reason for that, Jalil?
Uncheck the DHCP server, because we don't want the router to give out IP addresses automatically. We want to assign the IP address for the client ourselves.
Okay. So when you're done with the whole setup of the router, just click save the settings so anything doesn't happen. You doesn't have to go back to it. The router saved in the settings, so we can go to the next step, which is go to the start menu, which is in the corner of the screen. You're probably familiar with the screen right here. Click start to administrator tools. Server manager is where you want to go to. Check the DNS server. What's the acronym for the DNS server?
Domain
name system.
Domain name server. Yes. All right. The next step is we have to add all the roles. Install all the roles on the computer. This basically gives the computer access to different procedures that a computer would normally want to do. And little did we know that the computer has an actual program for everything that you need to do other than just be on a home screen. So roles are very important in this process. In the total, we installed about 5 roles. Let's just take a look over this computer so we can see all the actual roles needed.
Yes. And the first one we installed was the web server, responsible for HTTP access, and the health and diagnostic, health logging, security, performance maintenance tool, and the last one we installed was the FTP publishing service, and that allows us to view files from one client to the server.
Next, we have to make sure the DNS server and the DHCP server are both checked inside the administrator tool in the server manager menu. After this, we have to actually make a domain name for our IP address for our server. It makes it a lot easier to actually access the site, the IP address network that we've created over here. We named it paideveryweek.com. Next, we check the Active Directory for domain services. Check the web server. This is all in the same menu, by the way. When you start up your server, the menu automatically comes up. Install the updates and just go through the steps that we have in our procedures on our project. Make sure these two menu items are checked: the Active Directory domain services and the web server IIS. Make sure all 4 rows that we mentioned are installed one by one individually. Next, what we did was, just to make sure the internet was connected, go to control panel, network settings, local area connection properties, and we went to the internet connection protocol properties. You will see blank inputs for the IP address, the default mask, and the subnet mask. Click start in DC promo. Click start. This is the start button right here. And when you type in DC promo and then run. This computer we use.
Yes.
All right. So that was the actual program that we needed for the next step as far as reading IP addresses, and basically for the connection we had to install on both computers, I believe. Both computers. Necessary program and resources we use, such as YouTube, to complete this project.
Some communication between one computer and
Okay, hold on. Made the domain name. Make sure all rows are installed.
What's up?
Go ahead right now.
All right.
Where's command?
That's Dr. Asad himself.
Done. Against
So back to our project.
Against my religion.
Next, we use a tool that we learned in class to actually know that how we would find the actual gateway
Don't take my picture.
and the IP address. We needed the IP address, the default mask, and the subnet mask.
This project is we want access to
Next, we went to command prompt, so a local program that a lot of computer technicians use. Command prompt. At first, it shows up blank. We type in IP config.
Where is the command?
So next, after IP config, it pulled up the actual IP address, subnet mask, and gateway that we needed. We did not need a default gateway because we're not connected to the internet. All we're connected to is the 2 client and server, 2 computers on our network, so we can actually transport packages from here to there and there to here.
Pretty good, right? Voicemail.
From Internet Explorer, we type in 192.68.0.100 to access the server, or our default domain name, corp.paideveryweek.com. From this point, we tested to see if we can transfer packages from client to server. At first, we received an error because of the network security that was already set up between packages. What we did was we went to our server and basically unlocked any security measures, such as one was the sharing properties. So basically, let's just take a look over here. I got it. And this is the actual folder that we found that was new when the project was completed. Internet Hub, went to this, and this folder is the same as our client. We tested it, and we can add any folders such as these made up folders that we made from client to server. All we have to do is add, drag, and drop, and it will show up on both computers. So we can test this really quick. We're going to show it from the back computer. All right. Back up. So you see this computer and that computer is the file folder that's connected on both clients to server. All we have to do is basically add a new folder, and it's automatically there on the next one. So I'm gonna show this offhand. You see this is new folder 5. I'm gonna make it called Yo-Yo. You see it? I just made this, and we're gonna transfer it to over here. So I just made it. Now let's just transfer back over to this other computer. And we have success. Our folder is right here, which proves our client and our server is on the same network using the same IP address through our router, which makes it successful. You see the cords that are connected to both servers to make this whole project possible.
Show them the website too. This is the website.